Alex Pereira said he wants to go up to heavyweight. What does Jiří Procházka want to do?
I'm not keeping any diet before the weigh-in, and my body naturally from 100 kilos to the 93.
You tell me that Jiří Procházka can sit here and think like I need to be 93 kilograms and boom, you're going to be there.
That's it.
Out of all the things you've done, the 1,000 burpees, cold exposure, what has been the one that you blew yourself away? You're like, I did not believe I can do that.
Once I did 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 24 hours.
Let's talk about you locking yourself in a room for 30 days with no electronics. Why do you go to those extremes?
Sometimes when you are a young man, you have to do that to be more alive, more sensitive, more focused.
You're kind of like telling a story to me right now. You got the lights, the candles going. I love the candle.
I have the special candle for you.
Oh, it's 15-time world champion Demetrious Johnson. You're listening to the MIGHTYCAST.
What's going on, guys? This episode of the MIGHTYCAST is sponsored by PrizePicks. Now, PrizePicks is a daily fantasy sports game we play directly from your phone. It's very simple. Go to your app store, download PrizePicks. When you do that, use my promo code MIGHTYCAST. Cool promotion going on for new users. You play $5, you're gonna get $50 in your lineup. They have everything under the sun. NBA, NFL, mixed martial arts, Valorant, CSGO. Just lock in your picks at the right place, which is PrizePicks. Now, guys, shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring this episode of the MIGHTYCAST. Let us enjoy this chat with the one and only Jiří Procházka. He's in the dark. He's already ready for the next camp. He's locking in already.
No light. I'm living little in a little complicated part of the city because there was a storm like few hours back, a big storm, and electricity falls down. So that's why I have
I like the
the candles.
I like this because this is kind of your aura, right? Like, we have so much to talk about with the way your training style, how you go about getting ready for your fights. You getting these amazing pictures in front of the waterfall, you locking yourself in a room for 30 days, no television, no lights. So I think this fits the setting, but we're going to start it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the MIGHTYCAST. And we're joined by the one and only Jiří Procházka. Right now, he's in Czech Republic. And go ahead, tell everybody there was just a storm, and that's why you have no lights. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's why I have no good light, because they just put the electricity. The electricians they put the electricity just for the low level because they still working on that, because there was a storm, a big storm few hours back or 1 hour back, and like I thought like 1.5 hour back, I just thought like, man, I will do that with the candles. I will do this video with the candles, so that's why.
Well, first, when you jumped on here, I thought you were getting ready for the next training camp, right? Because I know you have a unique style of getting ready for your fights. Let's talk about you locking yourself in a room for 30 days with no electronics. Why do you go to those extremes to get yourself ready for the fights? Like, where does this thinking come from?
Man, it was not for 30 days. It was for the most days I did was the 5 days.
Oh,
then I just realized, okay, I need to go out and live my purpose. And normally I did that like for 3 days after a fight, because you can settle all your mindset, everything, all your experience from the fight, from all the preparation to really use it inside yourself, and to really understand what you did good, what you did bad, what not to repeat, what you want to repeat in the preparation. And about my training and all these things, what you want to know?
Well, you said you do it 3 days. He said, "What you want to know?" Well, you said you do it 3 days after the fight, too. Oh, because I know you said, I kind of follow some of the, the ways you train, right? Like dipping yourself, training inside of, extreme cold temperatures, locking yourself in a room with no electronics for 3 days, right? And you just said you do it after the fight, too. So after you get done fighting, you go and isolate yourself for 3 days, no electronics, nothing in a room.
So, man, as you know, the fighting and to be in the cage, to be there and be the winner, not just after the fight, but before the fight, in the fight, all the time, all the fight week. You have to be like, you have to see through your feelings, through your mind, through the mind of your opponent, and all these things, all these kind of trainings, hard trainings, ice, cold, warm temperature, whatever training, and high mountains, whatever. It's make you stronger. It's just sharp your spirit to see through all these things. What's inside what's your body can sense. And I started to realize after some time to not do this like a big hard things, like to be for 5 days in a dark room, or to do all these big challenges. So I started to do that daily, but in a small part. So daily routine, daily meditation, daily breath work, daily workout, like daily training, and this is all about that. That's why I'm living in the nature, to be really connected and see through all these things.
And like, who put that onto you? Is this something that you just found on your own? Was there anything that inspired you to do that? Like usually, for me, when I started training, I was inspired by my coach, Matt Hume, and then other athletes around me. And that's kind of like how I kind of navigated my career. Even to this day, I'm not a professional athlete, but I still eat, my chicken, my rice. I still do my cold bath. I still do my sauna. What inspired you to go this route?
You see, you do these things too. So
yeah.
So for me, just for me, it's normal to do it like a little bit in a environment, like in a natural environment. When I want to cold, I want to go to the mountains, to the top of the mountain, and to be successful in these challenges. When I want to train train karate or whatever, I will travel to Japan and I will meet the best one in that. So that's how I like to do these trainings. That's why I made my garden dojo and all these things for a good recovery, the jacuzzi, the sauna, the ice bath, everything I have here. So that's why. And I was inspired. I just did that because I felt that. First, I tried to challenge myself in these high performance trainings, like 1,000 burpees in a row, and yeah,
1,000 burpees in a row.
Yeah. Why not? Because sometimes when you are a young man and you want to find the limits, you have to do that. You have to go through and try to make it day by day, every day, and then you can find some limits of your body, and then you realize that it's not so good to do it so often, but do it by daily routine to keep yourself in the uncomfortable zone to be more alive, more sensitive, more focused, fast, stronger, whatever.
I feel like I'm like, you're kind of like telling a story to me right now. You got the lights, the candles going, and you have this sense of the cadence of you talking about it. How many burpees you get to? There we go. You got the
Yeah, we have a better light. Yeah. No.
How many burpees you get to when you tried that challenge? How many burpees?
I said myself I want to do 1,000 in a row, so I did that. No break.
You did 1,000 burpees with no break.
No break, yeah. That was funny, yeah. That was really strong.
Are you married? You got children?
Not married, no children yet, but I'm working on that.
Okay, I was just curious. I can only imagine if I went outside and tried to do 1,000 burpees, and my girlfriend or my wife came out. She goes, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, 1,000 burpees, 125, 126. So I was curious, like, do you have a girlfriend? When she saw you do that, were you like, "What the hell are you doing, Jiri?"
No, I did that by myself, but it was on a hotel room. In a hotel room, but I had a girlfriend, but she was not with me in that time.
Gotcha. Okay. Talk to me at the beginning of your career, right? I know now you're in the UFC, you're killing it. You fight in Japan as well. But what was the first martial arts that you jumped into? Like, how did you make this way into mixed martial arts? Because I feel when you were just saying, like, when you want to train karate, you don't train karate. I'm assuming you have a head coach, but you're going to go to Japan. If you want to train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you're probably like, I'm going to go to Brazil because that's where it's, really good at. If I want to...
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah.
Gotcha. So how did you start your journey in martial arts?
I started training martial arts in my high school here in Brno. When I started high school, there was a part of the school, there was karate and judo. And I did that, and I felt like I need something more contact, more aggressive, more contact. So I started with Muay Thai here in Brno, and after 2-3 years, I started with MMA. Yeah.
And so before high school, what age is high school in Czech Republic, right?
High school, 16, 17.
16, 17. So before that, did you do anything before 16, 17? Because usually nowadays you see people starting, my son, he started jiu-jitsu at 7 years old, right? So what did you do before the high school? Did you do anything, or were you just like, I was a normal kid, just played around in the playground?
I just did some fitness, lifting, and only experience with fighting was on the street fight. So
gotcha.
So, yeah.
Gotcha. And then so you did the judo, the stuff that was provided through the high school. You go into mixed martial arts. Now, are you still at the same gym that you started at, or have you moved different place? Because I don't know too much of your story. You're born in Czech Republic. Like, what's your, give me the 411 or the information of like, where did you grow up at? Are you still in Czech Republic? Do you still train the same gym, or are you all around? Or are you just going wherever? Your gym is the world, essentially.
Yeah, that's right. I started. I grew up in a small village in Hosteradice here in Czech Republic, and then I moved to the high school to the Brno, and there I started with martial arts, with the Muay Thai, MMA, karate, judo, and still I'm working with the same coach.
Oh, wow.
With the Martin. Yeah, with the same coach. He trained me in Muay Thai. Then came to my team the second coach, the Yaroslav. Yeah, that's all. There was another coaches, physical coaches, other, and they changed it. They changed a little bit, but these two is still the same. Yeah.
Wow. So when you decide to take your training to Japan or to Brazil, or wherever you're going to fight, do they come with you? Or you like, what, this is a solo mission. I'm going to go do it by myself. I'll come back and check in after I'm done.
No, every time when I'm traveling, I would like to say I'm taking them with me, but they have like they are on mission, other fighters to train. So I'm traveling by myself and exploring and train by myself in the world. Yeah.
What's going on, guys? This episode of the MIGHTYCAST is sponsored by Surfshark. Now, Surfshark is a VPN. If you guys aren't familiar with the VPN, let me educate you. VPN stands for Virtual Privacy Network. So when you guys jump online and you're doing your shopping and you're surfing the web, your information is vulnerable to scammers, people who are looking to steal your identification. Now, when you use a VPN, it gives you that virtual privacy network. It encrypts all your information. That way, when you're surfing the web, nobody can know it's you. Another thing you can do, it can help protect your privacy when you're streaming online. A lot of gamers who are streaming to massive online audience, they use a VPN so they can't track their location. So guys, click the link in the description below, use promo code MIGHTY. That's gonna give you extra 4 free months on whatever you purchase, right? Let's start surfing the web with our information encrypted. Shout out to Surfshark for sponsoring this episode of the MIGHTYCAST. Now, let us get back to our guest. So you jump in the MMA, did you do amateur in Czech Republic, or what was your upbringing like? Because I wanna know how you got to Japan, because you fight in Rizin or Dream. No, you fight in Dream or Rizin, either one of those two. And then how'd you get Rizin? Okay, talk to me about the part of you going from amateur to Rizin.
There was like some local organization, but I started with amateur Thai boxing. Then I directly jumped to the professional MMA. And there I have some few fights in one Czech organization where I stand like a champion. And then I traveled a little bit in Russian organization, then in German, and traveled a little bit in Europe. And after some time, the Japanese manager just wrote me, "Yeah, you have a good stuff. You can, if you want to, there is a first tournament Grand Prix in Rizin, so 215 in the New Year's Eve. We started to work on that."
And then the tournament, the Grand Prix, how many were in? See, they don't do Grand Prix anymore. I wish they did, because those were one of the best things to watch back in the day when Pride Critical Countdown, the Grand Prix, 20, I think it was like 18-man or 20-man, bracket. What was your bracket in Rizin?
There was, I think, eight fighters, or I don't know. So I had to win 2 fights.
Yep.
Before the final.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So pie eight, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think 8. Yeah, 8. Yeah.
Well, how did it go?
You don't know, man. It was in 215. New Year's Eve 215.
Yep.
So I fought in the final. It was King Mo.
Okay.
And there I lost with him. After 3 years in Rizin, I fought him for the title, light heavyweight, and there I won. And then I 2-time defend the belt, and then I stepped to the UFC. Yeah.
Wow. So then you got a Rizin belt at your house somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice, very nice, very nice. So you do the Japan stuff, you do the Rizin stuff, and I love how sometimes, I think last time we just saw you did the opening sequence in Rizin, and I thought that was pretty badass. You have the Japanese, I don't want to call it, it's pretty much the sumo.
Yeah, it's some but it was traditional, but it was not for sumo. The sumos they have much tougher, but that was just like underwear for ancient warriors or whatever.
Gotcha. I didn't want to disrespect you. I didn't know what to call it. So the ancient warrior underwear, and you hit in the drums. I thought that was pretty badass, because usually you don't see people go back and do things for other organizations, right? Like when everybody saw you, I thought everybody was like, look at Jiří Procházka or farming with those ancient underwear on. When they reached out to you for that opportunity, what was that like?
It was like, man, I have really good relationship with the Rizin owner and founder and the manager there. So, and I respect them, respect them and the fighting, how they make these events very traditional style, very a lot of ceremonials, a lot of pressure for the fighters to make the best performances. And that was something what was when they offered me these like opening ceremony for the drums. I said, man, this is something what I really like to do, because I like these we not normal stuff or not, yeah. So, and that was really good, and I really enjoyed the visiting the Japan and
What
yeah,
what
so it was great.
what do you like more? The entrance which you had in Rizin, or the entrance you have now in UFC? Which one do you like more? Like the production value, right? Like when I watch, Pride or Dream or Rizin back in the day, just the Huro, Yido, Yuri Prochazka. That is like Yuri Prochazka. You're like, you're fighting. Now you watch UFC, it's like Yuri Prochazka locks himself in a room for 3 days.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Like which one do you like more?
Which one I do like more? I really, man, I have to be honest. I really don't care what's the ceremony and what's to entering, because the main thing is the fight. Main thing every time is the fight. Of course, the Rizin, and they have like much more. They've worked for these things, like to make it more nicer, more traditional, more closer to the mentality of the Japan. So it's like it's really another thing than UFC, because they are more focused for the like the league of the best of the fighting. So that's it.
Gotcha. So you make that transition over to the UFC. How was that transition? Because the rule set was a little bit different, right? I know Rizin, I believe you can need to opponent if they're down on the ground. For me, when I left the UFC, I went to one championship, so the rules were different. How were you able to transition for the rule set? Was it easy for you, or did you have a hard time not needing a down opponent?
No, man, it's a really easy. It's a really easy. Why? You just have to understand in your head, and you have to keep it in the fighting all the time. You have to know to not the punch the not the punch the opponent when the referee stop the fight. So you have to keep under control yourself all the time. And when you have under control yourself, you are realizing what's possible and what's not, not possible. What you can do by the rules in a fighting, and what you can't. So it's just every time it's about under control.
Gotcha. Let's talk about your fighting style. How would you, if somebody asked me about your Prochazka's fighting style, I would say it's very unorthodox, meaning you're not your traditional, your hands are up, you're moving, it's more your hands are down. How would you, portray your fighting style to people? How would you explain it? Because the one thing I think you do so well that a lot of people cannot prepare for is your pressure. Like, you literally break people on the pressure. When you fought Jamal Hill, you slipped, now you starting to slip fucking punches. Before you weren't slipping shit, right? Now you're slipping and you're coming back with a 2-3, knocked out Jamal Hill. And then, when you fought Khalil Rountree, you're slipping more. Your head movement's becoming a lot more in sync with your footwork, right? Before, your footwork would be, kind of moving, but your head would stay here. Now it's you doing shit like this now. How would you explain to the fans like what your fighting style is?
Yeah, my style is simple. Go through the opponent. Stay in the pressure. Stay in the pressure. Don't, man, but sometimes I have to like hit to catch some hits to really feel the danger from the fight, to be really here and now, and there I can start to really wants to win the fight. And when this thing come, it's better to be in that mood before the fight, but not just in the fight to need this wake up. But when I'm in that before the fight is the best way I can say I'm just keeping pressure all the time to my opponent, keeping him under the pressure, and in that way I can do whatever I want, because I'm using a lot of movement on my legs. So it's a really precise, very sensitive work with your feelings for the movement of your opponent. So the distance is the main thing. Was the main in the fight for me, because to keep the distance, if you can direct or rule the distance in the fighting, you can rule everything what you want in the cage, in the space of the cage. So this is the main rule. And I like to mix a little bit the karate stances, karate like straight movements with the Muay Thai punches and an unorthodox technique.
Well, yeah, because I remember you knocked out Dominic Reyes. You're in there, you're pressuring him, and he tried to leave that I like to call it the void. He tried to leave that center, and then you went around and hit him with that spinning elbow. And then even the elbow exchange Jiří, you and Khalil Rountree had at the end of that last fight was absolutely beautiful. Talk to me about that fight between you and Khalil, because the first round I felt like it's weird, because now you talk about the way you go about the fight. It's almost like you fight with your feelings, meaning that, like, let's say the round one starts, you get out there, you start your movement, and say somebody kicks you. You're like, that was a good kick. Yeah, come on, give me more. He kicks you again. Okay. And then you kind of get into the fight with your feelings instead of like, okay, here, check. Like, you can see your facial expressions change. Like, I said this. Did you hear the comment I said to you about your last fight?
No.
I said I'm having a hard time, because you each time he would do something to you and it would land, you would shake your head like, like you were getting mad. You were getting mad during the fight. And I said, man, Jiří looks like he's a man running out of the woods from a bee's nest, because you're going, and I was like, but now that you say that your feelings get involved, like you start to feel your way to the fight.
No, man. Don't be mistaken, because I really like to express my feelings, the aggression in the fight, but still be under control. And this is the main point. When I'm started to be in the movement, in the motion, in these like somebody says chaos or a lot of movement, there I can find a calm and total balance, and I like to say right attitude to see everything and react for the legs, for the punches, for head movement, for the defense takedowns, whatever. So that's for me, like I need to be like a water, but no break.
Gotcha. Well, you saw that when you fought Khalil, because at the beginning, I think people don't understand, when you're feinting, you're doing this all the time, and your aggressions are changing from your facial expressions. But every time you feint, I have to react. I have to react. If you're feinting the whole time and I don't know where you're going to come and attack me, and then that's gassing me. You're creating a calm chaos where you can see everything. Eventually, you saw it in round 2, the push kick to the body, zapping his energy. And then the 3rd round, you were all over him. Like, he couldn't get any space from you whatsoever. And then when you guys exchange the elbows, like, I feel that's like your superpowers, is that calm chaos that you have, the unorthodox style. You're all over your opponents. They can't survive. They just can't. Right. And I think and I said this after this fight, I think you are getting better of understanding how to put this chaos in front of people, right? Because people can't train for that. Only way I feel how you can combat that is wrestle you. Try to wrestle you, try to stifle you, try to get you on your back. That way, there's no more fainting. There's no more movement. There's no more hand gestures,
That's
right? That's one thing I will say, is that you are getting better as I sit here and watch you with implementing this style against your opponents.
Yeah. That's right. But still I still have to. There is a much more work. And in the last preparation, I worked on the many things, and I just didn't prove that in the fight, because before the fight, some fights is like really good, everything warm up, everything is good, and sometimes it's something it's not good. And that fight was totally different before, like than others. But I just realized I have to still, because the Rountree, he every time, every attack, everything, he just gave 200% of power to every attack. So I just realized, when I will push my performance from first round to the third, to the like higher, through the one round, first round, second round, and third round, and I think he will not survive with
that power output,
with my tempo. But the main point is to not catch some big hits. So that's why I tried to realize what's the right technique, how to catch him, and maybe I waited too much for a counter, because that was his strategy.
Yep.
That was his strategy, to wait for my attack and to counter me. So yeah, I had to work with more with that, because that was all the preparation about that, because I knew that he will do that, but in a fighting, sometimes you forget.
Yeah, no, it was an impressive fight. Like I said, your style is one of the ones where it's just, for me, I'm like, his hands are down, throw a high kick or throw body kicks. But your movement gives people so much trouble that I was impressed how you were able to put that pressure on Khalil, who has legit Muay Thai traditional style, hands up, you kick, I check, I kick, it's basically the traditional Muay Thai style, where it's like, pop, boom, oh, you cross your feet, boom.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
You were able to, on paper, that should beat a style that's kind of chaotic, if that makes sense. Calm, chaotic, but you know what I mean? So that's why I was impressed. I was like, holy shit, like the pressure that Jiri put on him, and the fact that you notice that he was everything he did, 200%. There's no way anybody can last 3 rounds with doing 200% output on every attack or exchange that you do.
Yeah. That's right. I mean, when I realized he gets slower a little bit, then I started to put the tempo, to push the tempo. Yeah.
Okay, now you beat him. Now you're in line next for the title shot at light heavyweight, because there isn't really anybody left, right? You've beat, Khalil, he was next in line. If he would have beat you beat Jamal Hill. I'm not sure who's next, but Alex Pereira said he wants to go up to heavyweight. right? Now, for you, are you sitting here chilling to see what happens? Or are you going to try to go up to heavyweight and chase him? Or what's your game plan right now? Are you just chilling, relaxing? What does your Prochazka want to do?
Man, chase him, man. If I'm, I have no problem because I'm not keeping any diet before the weigh-in, and my body just naturally went from 100 kilos to the 93 in a fight week naturally. And in the fight day, I have, like, the next day, I have 97, 98 kilograms. So
Whoa.
that's how I'm doing the weight.
Hang on. Whoa. Let me get that. So 100 kilograms, that's a
220.
220. Okay, gotcha. And you fight at 205, so you cut about 15 pounds naturally, right? So you don't have to diet or anything. Naturally, you can make weight easily.
Yeah, naturally.
Gotcha.
Yeah, nothing. I just realizing when is the fight, and my body. I just know that. I just know when is the weigh-in, and then I just my weight is going down, and day before the weigh-in, I'm 93, 94, 95 kilograms, and the next day I'm just
back up. So I'll make sure I get this right. So you tell me that your Prochazka can sit here and think, like, I need to be 93 kilograms, and boom, you're going to be there. So you don't diet.
You have to be.
You know,
I don't want to say, like, I don't want to say I'm just doing that because by that, but I feel my body. I feel my body like, man, in the next week I have the weigh-in. I need to be a little bit down, and I don't know how, but I'm going with the weight down, but day by day, by the kilograms, and in the weigh-in, I'm there.
Now, are you using sauna? Are you eating better, or do you stay the same, consistent? Like, you know, for me, when I had to get to weight, when I did fight, I'm like, okay, I gotta be 125. I drink 2 gallons of water. I overload my body with water. I gotta get in a sauna. Do you do that? Or are you just like, nope, I'm gonna eat this and this, and I'm just gonna train normally. I'll think about it, and naturally my weight's gonna go down.
That's it. That's my key.
Good for you. Good for you.
That's my strategy. That's my strategy. Maybe I just take the hot bath before the weigh-in. If some, like, few grams, I need to cut to be perfectly on the weight. So that's what I'm doing in the morning, and that's all. Yeah.
Good for you. Well, a lot of people have to diet. They have to eat better. Cut calories. So for you to be, you know, it's like, are you just that dialed in with your body, which you probably are, or are you a small 205er? But you're not, because when you're in there, you're pretty, like, you're massive. Like, I don't think people take that into consideration, where it's like, oh, it's just your Prochazka, but it's like you're a big body to deal with. So for you to hear that you just think and the weight comes off, you're just one with the body, man.
Many people don't know that, but normally in the camp, every time I'm just eating healthy. I'm just trying to eat no bullshits, rice, veggies, good meat, and that's all. That's all. The fishes too, but I think that's the main point: to live a good life, to live with a good attitude, with a good focus, to be aware. You have to adjust your food to that lifestyle.
Now,
that's all.
Now, something that caught my eye before this fight is that you went and got your, I believe it's your college degree. Can you talk to me about that? You got your college degree. What was your college degree study in?
It was directed for department and defending. To say, like, I don't know how it is in English. It's like little bit lawyer, half of lawyer and half of the soldier department, like police, soldier, and all these like focused for the defending the people, as I say, the police, the lawyer, the soldier, and all these things. So there was a lot of biochemistry, a lot of physiology, a lot of like self defense. You know, all these. That's why I did that, because there was a lot of like these trainings, a lot of judo, aikido, karate, boxing, and all these things. So that's why I like to do that. But there was a much more like to learn. And
now, why did you? You know, a lot of people, when they're a professional athlete, you've been a world champion in Japan, you've been a world champion in the UFC, right? You're making great money. Why was it important for you to go back and get that college degree? Like, is that something you plan on doing after you're done fighting? Like following in you know, using the degree that you got? Or was it something that you just want to do for yourself?
I just did that because I wanted to. Because I did the bachelor before.
Yep.
And then there was a last level, the magister in the same line. So I said myself, man, I really want to do that. I really wants to push myself to stay sharp, not physically, but here, to not use use my full potential, you know. Use your full potential, because as not just as a fighter, but as a human, to still keep growing. Learn the English, learn the school, learn your spiritual books, and all these things around. So I think that's really because if you want to live a full potential of your body and your mental strength, it's necessary to stay sharp, to stay disciplined in that, and to keep work on yourself, to not just go to training, after training play some play some PlayStation, or relax, or have some fun with the friends. I like to stay sharp. Yeah.
Do you play PlayStation? Do you play video games?
Yeah, a little bit.
I love that. It's like, you don't want to play video games, to play PlayStation. You play video games? Yeah, I do. I do. So, but you know, you talk about, you know, staying sharp, you know, living, all that stuff is amazing. What do you do for, I guess you say, for sin, right? Like, do you consume alcohol? Do you consume marijuana? Like, what do you do where it's like, you know what? I've been, you know, good, locked in for 12 weeks. I just won my fight. I'm gonna go let loose, because when you're sharp and you're reading the books and you're in the best shape of your life, you get a sense of like, wow, I feel really good. But then, you know, there's sometimes you're like, you know what? I want to just relax. I want to just enjoy, you know, the sugar, the alcohol, the marijuana. What does your Prochazka do for fun? Where he's like, I don't care. Like, I just spent 3 days in a dark room. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go on what does your Prochazka do for fun?
Man, you said like, I'm staying sharp. I'm doing this. I'm keeping discipline and all these things. And there is a thing. Like I said, I'm trying to eat. Not I'm trying. I'm eating healthy normally. Not without the camp, in the camp, every time, all the time the same. Because I started to take a healthy food, healthy style of living, the breathing technique every day. No camp, in the camp, every day meditation, but not like just sitting, but disciplined meditation to really realize, man, there is a really nice work what I realized right now. And so I'm trying to not. I'm trying. I'm doing. I'm doing that. Making from this lifestyle under the pressure, under the discipline, the normal life, the new page of your life. And if you really realize that, if you really are you learned your body, your brain for these new habits, and it stayed your nature. So then it's not problem to be a fighter, to be in the gym and work on the technique. And you don't need to special think about that or special try to what to do, how to do. No, because you are in all the time. That's your lifestyle. And this is something what I think you have these you are in. And
I had to.
that's
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Sometimes I get tired of eating the same shit every day, right? Sometimes I order myself a nice fat cheeseburger with a milkshake, and I like to let myself go because the routine of training, doing that every day, learning new positions, and sometimes I sit here and I'm like, damn, like. I feel great, but sometimes I just need to let myself, because as you know it, if being disciplined, the breath work, the meditation, being locked in 24/7, if it was easy, everyone could do it. But it's not easy.
Sure.
It's sometimes we need that. I need that release where I'm like, I don't care. I don't care what I'm eating.
Sure.
I'm going to have, you know what I mean? So you never get to that point.
In that point, I don't care. There is still the work behind you, the quality of the life you worked on and you built, and then you just realize with this fucking food or this alcohol, a lot of alcohol or whatever, you can just destroy a lot of years of working, but it's just about to stay conscious. It's about to stay conscious, because when you are conscious and focused, your natural state is to stay in the quality. Stay in the quality of how you talking, how you thinking, how you eating, and all these things. So it's all about to be focused in that level and be used to be and stay on that level of consciousness, and that's and relax there, because when you can stay there and be relaxed there, there is a new level of living, and naturally you will want to the quality from the food, from the speaking with the people, with other people, everything. So that's why.
I love that. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Sister, yeah, 2 years younger.
Okay, is she in martial arts too, or no?
She started. She started.
Okay.
1 year.
Okay. I'm just trying to think about this mindset. Have you always thought this way, or you grow into this mindset of how everything is quality? It's like you're like focus on this, and as you continue to consume quality things like food, water, the nature around you, none of the other stuff, you realize this is the best feeling. Right? So have you always been that way, or have you worked your way up to that point?
I was total opposite, and total opposite. Everything bad, everything. That's why in the fighting, sometimes when it's not working, all this systematic work, up and down, this technique, this level, this setup is not working. Yes, okay, I will try another one, and then it's not working. Fuck. Okay, let's connect it. This aggressiveness, this super pressure, and the technique, and that was the third round. So that was So I think the main point is to connect it. These two worlds in our lives. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Out of all the things you've done, the 1,000 burpees, the cold exposure, you know, what has been the one that you got through and you're like, I have reached a new level. Like, look at me, look at my body. What's the one that you've done? And you blew yourself away. You're like, I did not believe I can do that.
Oh man. Ooh.
Damn, you done that much, huh? You done a lot of that shit, huh? You done a lot of.
Yeah. Once I did 24 hours, just 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 24 hours. I did that.
Wow.
Once. And
how did your muscles and your arms feel after that? Like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Like I feel like my arms would, my elbows would hurt. I feel like my traps would hurt for 24 hours. That's a long time.
When you have a reason, everything will work for that. You have just to you just have to believe in that, and that's all. That is all.
Okay, so then what do you do for recovery, right? Or are you just like, you know what? I'm gonna meditate and I'm just gonna sit here and just shut everything down, and then everything heals itself.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm working on still. But the next week I'm going to the special place where is the baths and in one city here. I don't know how to name it, like the special bath for recover.
Okay, like a spa in Czech Republic,
like a spa for the old people, with for the joints, for everything. So there in Czech Republic we have one special place for that. So I like to go there and be there for 2 weeks and enjoy the little rest. And work on that in both ways. Meditate, be alive, be in that, like everybody speak about that, in a good energy, good mood, everything. And in the second, to use this healthy spa and
I feel this is your calling, Yuri. Let me put this vision in your mind. I think after you retire from mixed martial arts, you're gonna open up a spa retreat where people will come to be guided underneath your presence of your calmness and your breath work. And then you're like, okay, guys, we're gonna go in a room by yourself for 3 days. No television, no lights, no nothing. Work on that meditation and you'll come out a new man. And then you're gonna take them to the mountains and you're gonna get underneath the water, like sit here and just feel that energy hit your shoulders. You feel that world pounding out all that stress. I feel that's your calling. I feel we can package it real nice. We can, get some, VIP deals that they can train with you. I'm telling you, man, and you need to write a book. You need to write a book about how to get yourself in that mental state of you're just zen. I love it. You see it. You see it, right?
Man, you just sell me this. You just sell me this voucher. Yeah.
No, I love it. Before we let you,
sounds good. Sounds great, but still, there is a few years of.
Of course.
But
I want you to think about it. I think there's something there because I feel you have this, once again, when you fight, we get to see you get out there, you do your thing, you go to the press conference, you do that, but nobody gets to hear the understanding of why you put yourself through that, like why you did 1,000 burpees, why you spent 24 hours going 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's a mindset you put yourself in and push the limits of your body.
That's right. Everything what you put in your mind and you accept, this is your way. There is nothing what you can't do. So everything is possible. Really, everything is possible. It's just about us. What's really our way, what we really accept, that's my way. This feeling of the successful myself, what I see there maybe in the future, I feel that I'm connected with that, and there is no other thing, just to go there and be successful. That's all.
So then what do you do? And you can answer if you want. What do you do with what's your goal? What's your end game goal? You've been a world champion in Japan and the UFC. You probably what do you do with your money, Jiri? Like, are you saving up for a big house? Are you opening a dojo? What? Because I feel that you're at peace. I feel like you have reached, you've reached the pinnacle of the sport. Now you're trying to get back there. But I feel like there's something like, what keeps you motivated and going? I feel somebody with your calmness, the mindset you have, you're at this position now. What's your end game? Like, what do you try to achieve? Is it just to find the limits of the human body? Then you could fight for free. I feel like if they gave you an opportunity to fight for free, you would do it, because you're like, I don't need the money. I'm just here to test myself. You get a check for $2 million. What does Jiri do? Jiri's like, oh, let's put it in the bank and let me grow my garden.
Right now, yeah, I know, but still, I have a family right now, and still working on that. So I want to spend some to give the good base for my family. Working on the BJP Institute, which is the center of the martial arts, and we want to make it much bigger, and something similar how you said, like these central of the to find your peace, full power, strength, and use it in the direction which you want, and not be just the best athlete, but be as the human, to step to make steps. And so yeah, that's my goal, and find my true and the best potential because I still feel there is a way, and
so then
it's possible.
I want to ask you, what was your mindset like after you suffered the loss to Alex Pereira? Like, you had this mindset. What was it? Because a lot of people, it's easy to stay in that mindset when you're winning, right? But then when you prepare yourself and then the outcome isn't what you wanted, what was your mindset after that loss?
Sometimes, and the life tests you for what you want, how much you want to pay, and you can realize what was the good steps you did, what was the bad steps you did, what this happened. So for me, it was learning. For me, it was a learn. So I learned about myself, about my performance, about my consciousness, about my level of focus in the fighting. What was there? Because till that moment, I never met somebody with the focus and with the awareness like him. And right now, believe me or not, I believe now I'll find a way to win about him. And still, I want to work on that. Doesn't matter for me who will be the next. I just want to fight for the title, and that's all.
Well, I'll tell you what, my favorite thing each time when you fight is probably your stare down. You sit there and you look across that man like he's robbed you. Like you're just sitting there just stoic. And when you and Alex Pereira got in there and locked eyes, it was cinema. It was peak for me. I enjoyed every bit of it. And I'm starting to, I've always had, I have a very way of how I teach and how I view styles of fighting, but now I'm starting to see appreciation of you bringing that calm chaos when you fight people. Like if I was to teach my son to fight, I'm like, you better get your damn hands up, keep the hands up high, but you're being able to take your style and become a world champion at it. So I'm loving what you're being able to do now, and you're getting better. And I can't wait to see when you fight again.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. And of course, the same to you.
Thank you,
man.
Thank you.
Great work, great career, and I really appreciate these words, especially from you.
Of course. Before I let you go, I gotta let my man Michael. He's got a game in here. I'm sure he's got a question for the great Yuri. What's your nickname? Do you have a nickname? They call Yuri Prochazka. You gotta have. It's gotta be Yuri the Zen Prochazka. It's gotta be something like of calmness, just calm, or the samurai or something.
BJP.
BJP.
That's my nickname. In Czech Republic is Bomby jak piča, and that means bomb as fuck. Like, give it all.
BJP. So Yuri BJP Prochazka.
That's right.
I love that. What you got for him, Michael? This man's got to he's going to close those candles and he's going to start meditating. What you got?
What's up, Yuri? Thanks for joining the show. I had to rep the ninja headband for you.
Amazing.
I love that fucking candle.
I have the special candle for
Oh,
you.
thank you. So one thing I wanted to ask about. So those stare down, you brought it up, DJ. Those stare downs with Alex Pereira, I mean, they were so epic. But what I always wondered, what data are you gathering from Pereira when you do those stare downs? Like, let's say the fight, or we're doing the introductions, you're staring him down. What's going through your head, and what are you looking at when you see Pereira, and what are you taking from that stare down?
Man, there is nothing to see. There's a game of catching the spirit or catching the focus to other person, you know, and you, me, or him. Maybe I don't want to speak about for him, but there is like the game to see just a little space of not where he is not focused, where he is not aware of something, whatever. Then you can catch it, and then you can use it against him. And sometimes you need to go through the lot of pressure in the fighting to make this small space of not aware to be not aware, but it's in the end, it's about the focus. It's about the pure focus through the tough work, through all these things what's happened in the fight, and still be the same, still be in the hunting mode. That's all. That's why I think this stare down was so interesting. Yeah, interesting.
First one who blinks loses. I love it. I love every
No,
bit.
it's not. It's not about the blinks.
Oh,
it's not about the blinks, but still, it's about the attitude, what you have inside, and that you don't show your attitude, your spirit inside, and still be the same, smiling, be angry, whatever, but don't show your true self. Maybe in the end of the fighting, where there is a highest pressure, highest volume, you know, then there is nothing to left, nothing to lose. Yeah. So for me, this is what is about, and this is for what I'm worked all my career. So
I love it. Well, Yuri, this is your opportunity to let the fans know how they can support you, what they can look forward to, follow you on Instagram. The floor is yours, brother.
Man, first of all, I would like to thank you to all the fans, everybody who support me. I'm really happy that we finally opened the BJPstore.com in the US, and I'm really happy that everything works. So because I'm trying to show the people, and especially by my brand, to show the people the true power by just some fan shirts or whatever. And this is all. I just want to say thank you, especially thank you to my team, thank you to my family, and let's go for that.
Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our guest, Jiří Prochazka, BJP. Make sure you guys check out all the stuff he's going on his Instagram and his store. It's up and running in the USA, so make sure you guys go there and cop some gear. I'm your host, Demetrious Johnson. My right-hand man, the co-producer, Michael Wansover. We will see you guys at the next episode of the MIGHTYCAST. What's going on, boys? Welcome back to another episode of the MIGHTYCAST. And this is the part of the episode where we recap everything we just went through with our guest. And our guest was Jiří Procházka. And, you know, I've always been very critical of his style, how he approaches the fight. But I've always said that his constant pressure, his unorthodox way of approaching the fights have always given him the ability to beat some of the best and amazing athletes on the planet when it comes to mixed martial arts. Like what he did to Khalil Rountree his last fight was absolutely crazy. Because I thought I had Khalil Rountree winning the fight going into the fight, because I felt Khalil was going to be able to chop the legs, throw the body kick, catch Jiří Procházka overextending. What I thought Khalil was going to be able to outstrike him, be able to kickbox him, Muay Thai him, but Jiří Procházka was able to stay on him the whole entire time. And the finisher sequence, you're starting to see him find his flow state when he's fighting, right? When he fought Jamal Hill, he slipped, 2-3, knocks out Jamal Hill. When he's fighting Khalil Rountree, he slips him with the right hand, stays on him, punishing the body, then the elbow exchange, and then the left hook. I think it was a left hook that ended up dropping Khalil Rountree. Jiří Procházka is getting better with creating a storm, and he's the only one who could stay calm in it.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying this to one of our co-producers, Nick, during that Jiří Rountree fight. He's like one of my favorite fighters in the way that I used to love fighters. And we talk about this a lot. Like when I have him right here, my favorite fighter, at least to watch all time, and Anderson Silva. I don't know if you can see this right here. He reminds me a lot of Anderson Silva, where it's just, you can't say Silva always did the right things, right? He has his hand down. Yeah. He's just like, but the way he moves is truthfully an art. There's just a true martial artist. And when I watch Jiří, you're right. If you're a betting man, you look at Rountree, the more technical striker. If you watch those first 2 rounds, you're like, shit, Rountree's dominating him. But there's something that warrior spirit. When you say it with other people, it just sounds cliche. But if there's 2 people you could say it with, it is Alex Pereira and Jiří Procházka. Like those 2 guys, there's something on a spiritual level that they're on a different plane than everyone else.
Well, it's funny, you know, I remember we started talking. I remember I read somewhere where Jiří Procházka said that Brazilian voodoo or something, he goes, that shit's real. That black magic, I can't let that black magic come into the fight. I think it was the second time they were about to fight.
I should have asked him about that, because that was my favorite. That was my favorite pre-fight quote of all time. Like almost talking shit, like, man, he's bringing that black magic, like voodoo power into this fight. I could sense it.
Yeah, I could sense it. I was like, but you're right. Like the way he lives his life, the way he prepares for his fights. And, you know, we had our great death sentence, the DSR, you know, head man. He says, all that shit's fake. All he's doing is aura farming. But I truly believe for him, he is trying to find the limits of what can he achieve, not just physically, but also mentally. And I thought it was dope that he was like, hey, I can't take this fight, or I have to prolong, or I have to wait to take a fight at this time because I have to finish getting my college degree, which I always find that kind of dope when you have a world champion, you know, not just in, you know, Rizin, but also in the UFC, and go back and get their college degree. So I've always been a fan, but now I'm a bigger fan just to hear, like, I just don't think he's motivated by money. right? And I'm not saying everybody is, but I feel like he would probably fight for free. Like if they say, "Hey, we're gonna give you 50,000 less," he'd be like, "Okay, I'll do it." Maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel that
if it was for the
he is all
UFC title, he would. I think that's the difference, right? He wants that UFC title bad, and he's willing to fight Alex Pereira for a third time after how the first two fights went. Then he wants that UFC title badly. So I think it's more. I agree with you. It's not about the money, but the legacy and that title, I think, is what he's after.
Yeah, and I didn't know he was a world champion in Rizin. Like a lot of people don't realize what he's been able to do outside of the UFC because they don't talk about it. And the fact that he started later in life, like everybody's always like, "Oh, you gotta start young." I think people are starting younger now because mixed martial arts is so popular. But for him to start in high school, then do Muay Thai, and then go straight into MMA pros is kind of unheard of. Usually, there's an MMA amateur league that they go into. And then after that, they go pro as an amateur. They go pro as an MMA fighter, and then they start making a thing. But for his way, it was a lot different. And it's always crazy, like how I'm sure in Russia or Georgia, Czech Republic, unlike the the European side of the world, they always give these curriculums as an opportunity for people to start training earlier, where, in America, there is no fucking boxing gym. There is no judo. There is no jiu-jitsu in your brick and mortar school programs. Like Tyron, he's playing football. There is no kickboxing. There is no Muay Thai. There is no judo for a young kid to do in America. You have to do it outside of school. So I always find it fascinating how other places around the world, they provide that in the school program.
No, he's a guy that is just such a unique character. And I think what I learned, at least from this MIGHTYCAST, was nothing is fake. If like you said, what Death Sentence said of the aura farming, or you could tell this is a true lifestyle. He has embraced that ninja, that warrior spirit, and it's something he lives every day in everything he does. Even though he did say he plays a little bit of Nintendo and video games, so there might be a little bit of normalcy. but
he's probably in the dark, and he was like, "All right, that's two days. You know what? Nobody else is in here. I'm just gonna turn on the PS5. Just see. No one's gonna know. It's okay." It's like,
yeah. But I that was the most thing I learned from it was, okay, this is legit. This is not for show. This is not to sell UFC pay-per-views. This is a true guy who. And even when you talk to him about like cheat meals or, just doing things for fun, you could tell that he is so fucking disciplined. I love that kind of back and forth that you guys had on that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm disciplined, but trust me, there's some days where I'm like, I'm tired of being disciplined. I'm gonna have a burger. And I agree with them because after I have that burger and that milkshake, I feel like shit. And I ask myself, why do I do it? But, sometimes you need that I need, not him, I need that kind of relax and just eat whatever I want. But I'm excited to see what he does next. Does he fight Alex Pereira next? Or does Alex Pereira go off and fight, Tom Aspinall at the White House? For me, either way, I just want to see, I want to see Prochazka fight for the belt. Do I want it to be against Alex Pereira? I mean, I could pass on it because it's 0-2, but I don't know who else he would fight at light heavyweight.
Yeah, I want to see Magomed Ankalaev. I know
that'll be a great fight.
No, exactly, because let's say we do get Alex Pereira versus John Jones or Alex Pereira versus Aspinall, then there's going to be a lot of time that goes by, and UFC doesn't want to let anyone have two titles or hold up a weight class. So if Pereira fights John Jones, they're probably going to do an interim light heavyweight title. Let's do Ankalaev versus Jiri. That is the fight I want to see, because I agree with you. I'm gonna watch Jiri versus Pereira for the fucking stare down. But yeah, the fight itself, like I can't think of a fight in UFC history where there was a trilogy where the guy got knocked out the first few times. It's a tough sell. Yeah. So we'll see what happens, but I agree with you. I would love to see him get that shot versus a title, but let's see if maybe there's an interim if Pereira does go against John Jones.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, boys. Well, if you guys enjoyed this episode of MIGHTYCAST, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, hit the bell to go live. And I hope you guys go to Jiří Procházka's Instagram. Check out the website, thebjp.com. I might have got it wrong, but he's got his website up and running for athletes, not athletes, but for people to support his brand. Now, get active in the comments. Let us know. Do you want to see Alex Pereira versus Jiří Procházka 3, or you were to see Alex Pereira go up and fight for the heavyweight championship at the White House against Tom Aspinall or Cyril Gane or, John Jones? Let us know. As always, I'm your host, Demetrious Johnson. Our right-hand man, Michael Wansover. Our guest was Jiří Procházka. We will see you guys at the next episode of the MIGHTYCAST.